That's right, folks. Griff Parker with his brand new jam, Soggy Noodles. Here on WJSP, JPS. What is the name of this show? Oh, yeah. It's the Josh Potter Show, folks. Welcome back again. Hello. I, of course, am Josh Potter, though I feel a little outside myself wearing this jacket. Don't feel quite... I went for like some Yellowstone vibes, and now I'm just getting like Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber. That's what I just like looked in the mirror in that scene where he like shows up to go skiing. But hey, we're here, folks, and some dates are filling in May 5th and 6th. Chandler, Arizona, the brand new Mic Drop Comedy Club that just opened up there. Soft opening just happened, and it'll get hard as time goes on. And I'll be there May 5th and 6th. Bakersfield, California at the Well. I will be there April 22nd, and we will have more dates to announce very soon. Other than that, please to be subscribing to the Patreon, patreon.com/The Josh Potter Show, and twitch.tv/Josh_Potter. joshpottershow@gmail.com is where you can send in all your articles, send in songs like Griff Parker does, Roach Award winner. You too can be a Roach Award winner by sending things in. And today, we have a very lovely guest. You know her, you love her, frequent guest here in the Roach Motel.
Yeah.
Always checking in, Sara Weinshenk, folks.
Yay! Happy to be here.
This bitch podcast, Shank,
That's
all the things.
all the same.
Are you on the road?
Going to San Diego, mic drop.
Mm.
Doing that March 19th. Then I'm planning on going back to Texas, so look out for that. Might be at some festivals in Texas.
Mama loves Texas these days.
Mama loves Texas. One thing about me, when I went, Texas changed me.
Oh, yeah?
I was drinking whiskey. I was eating brisket. When was the last time you saw me eat a donut at 3 a.m?
Well, hey, I like that. I don't know that you have to go to Texas necessarily to eat a donut at 3 a.m.
Well,
I don't know what it is about Texas.
Brings out the worst in me. Here's the thing. Texas brings out the worst in me, but in the best way.
You're like, there's two things in Texas: steers,
strippers,
and donuts.
and brisket.
Wild. And you just were in Yuma, Arizona. We both did that gig. Not together on this occasion, but we've both done it. And Yuma, hell of a place. They like to turn up. We went to Denny's. I heard you went to Applebee's.
Let me tell you.
Wish I got that treatment, Yuma. No, I'm just kidding.
The Applebee experience changed my life. They were singing happy birthday.
Did you pretend it was your birthday?
No, I'm not that fun, but I did drink. I was drinking in an Applebee's.
Were you drinking out of a fish bowl?
No. Because that feels like a hangover to me.
You
know how mama gets. One drink's all I need. Did you know that when I was in Yuma, I said, what are you guys known for? They said lettuce and dates.
Dates like the fig or what have you? Of the fig phylum?
Yeah,
what is that?
Yeah, it is of the
fig.
fig.
A raisin of sorts?
It is. So I was like, you guys have really nothing going on, just dates and figs. And then they said that on New Year's.
What was the other one? You said
lettuce.
Lettuce. All right.
I was like, I'm underwhelmed.
I knew it from the movie 3:10 to Yuma.
There's a movie?
There's a movie. It's not about Yuma at all, as a matter of fact, but it is in the title. What are we looking up here? Yuma what?
Lettuce Days. It's a lettuce festival.
Oh my lord. Well, hey.
It's coming up soon. Should we go?
We got to do a gig around it. They love us in Yuma.
Kale and Iceberg. Sweetie, in Yuma, I feel like a goddamn queen, a goddamn celebrity. I said, I'm finally getting the respect I deserve.
See, I closed that nightclub down. And then I was like, what else are we doing? And they're like, Denny's is open. So we went to Denny's at like 4 a.m.
Oh, you're probably more fun. I was like, I gotta go.
Oh, and you went straight to Applebee's.
I said, it's time.
Because I was like, Applebee's closes at like 11:30.
Closes at midnight.
Especially in Yuma, you would think.
Yep. I went to Applebee's. But they said that on New Year's, this is crazy.
They said on New Year's?
New Year's in Yuma. You know how like New York drops the ball, the disco ball? They said they drop a head of lettuce. And I can't stop thinking about it.
That's cool. Now, do you think that there's a farmer out there?
See the iceberg drop.
Do you think there's... Oh, I see. I thought it was like, the farms all have a competition to grow the largest head of lettuce. And that one gets the honor of being dropped at New Year's.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like to be a fake. It's a ball that they just made green, yeah? You guys have better eyes than I.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for the verification.
I thought it was lettuce. That looks like lettuce to mama.
Yeah, but it's a fake lettuce. There's a guy with a ladder there, for Christ's sake, and they're making a
It's
lettuce.
like a paper mache.
Yeah, they're like making a fake lettuce.
Not impressed. Let me tell you,
You
that
thought it was-
changes everything. I thought it was real lettuce. I thought we're getting heads of icebergs.
Well, that's
exactly
what
what you said. It takes the
This-
thrill out of it.
The second you mentioned it, I created this lore in my head that they have a tradition every year where all the lettuce farms in Yuma come together, and they're having a competition. Oh, Jerry's farm? I'm not letting him have it 2 years in a row. No fucking way. We're
Not
growing.
with this romaine.
Yeah, yeah. And then which lettuce? Yeah, that's a great point because there are different lettuce. I didn't know we were going to talk about lettuce in the first. Hey, that's the best way to get through the nice boy clock. Lettuce talk.
Kale.
I was wondering what lettuce gets the distinct honor of being the one dropped at New Year's. Is it a romaine? Is it a iceberg? About all I can name.
Well, hey, can we?
What's the king of the lettuce? Iceberg, I would say.
You think?
Yeah.
Let's rank lettuces.
I mean, you got to give me some. You got to give me more options than the ones I just named.
You don't
because,
know any more lettuces?
Well, then there's like
arugula.
also
There's
what's the-
arugula.
Is that count as a lettuce? Arugula
Yeah,
is its own thing.
It's in the family,
Is
sweetie.
spinach a lettuce then?
That's a really good question.
If arugula is a lettuce, then
See,
spinach
arugula's
certainly
on the
is.
list.
Well,
Yeah.
folks, it's been nice having you as a subscriber.
Sorry to kill the vibe with nothing but lettuce talk.
No, there's like butter. Isn't there one with butter in it? Didn't I just Butterhead lettuce? I mean, I know, but see which one is the top. So like, I do like the butter one. That's
The
a
butter
good
one, when I saw the butter one, I'm going to tell you right now, I forgot about it. I got excited when I saw the picture. It wasn't even in my frame of reference.
You know what it is with the butter lettuce? It is all marketing because they put butter in the name. Now we go, well, that's got to be good. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
It has nothing to do with butter, really, at the end of the day. And in fact, it's probably horseshit. And here we are. We all go, that's a good one because it has,
Yeah.
you know? What's that say?
That's the butterhead.
Oh, that's the butterhead. I can't fucking see.
Butterhead, both good things.
I can't-
Butter and head.
Damn. That might go to the top of the list.
I think Butterhead's number one, sweetie.
Oh. I hit the wrong button, but here we are. Let's get into the news now. Time to get enough lettuce blather. Got to discuss something important, and this comes to us through Justin M., a Roach reporter out there. joshpottershow at gmail.com is where you can send things in if you'd like to send things in. And this one here, we'll start it out. It says, George Washington University now has a vending machine for emergency contraception. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Emergency 911. I just got a girl pregnant, and I need to get rid of that thing. Bless you, bless you.
I need to get rid of that thing.
We talk about contraceptives, and Mama starts sneezing. She's allergic to the idea of it.
Yep. I want a Plan B vending machine in my bedroom. Does
In
that
my-
make me a whore?
Jeez
or...
Louise.
Sorry.
Good golly. I mean, it would save a trip to the store, I guess. Yeah. I think you could get an Uber Eats or DoorDash to you, but
How frequently are you getting cummed in that you need a Plan B step in your vending machine in your bedroom?
well, that would be the question I would have posed to you if you would have stuck by that little theory that you needed one in your bedroom there. It is in having it in a dorm situation is probably a smart idea, you know, in a university having a vending machine. Because then again, you know, you're mitigating off-campus travel. We don't need the kids walking to Rite Aid at odd hours.
Yeah. At odd hours. Get inside. Get the vending machine in the hall like the rest of us. Hit the Plan B in the hallway.
So this is in George Washington University, which I assume is in a liberal state, I'd imagine. I mean, you can't have this in a
Texas.
non-abortion place, right? Students advocated for the vending machine after the overturn of Roe v. Wade sparked concerns about access to reproductive health care. Student body president Christian Zimbabwe, I got that one totally wrong, told Axios the vending machine is located on the ground floor of the University Student Center. It sells Plan B for $30. Now, I haven't bought one in I don't know that I ever even bought one. I've definitely gone splitsies on one.
Can I tell you,
I think
you've gone Dutch on Plan
like a
B?
decade ago. We both kind of were like, but I've never ejaculated into the. It was out of this woman. She was like, well, there's got to be pre-cum or something like that.
Not
and I was
one of
like,
those.
Well, I don't want a pre-cum, baby. And it's like, if you want to take one and have like, basically, from what I understand, what they do is they just create a mini abortion inside your body. And fine, lady, if you want to go through the turmoil physically, based off of a fear of pre-cum, then hey, I'll go splitsies with you on it. But
that's on you, queen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, one of the worst experiences of my life was when I needed Plan B. The guy goes, he's like, all right, you get this one, I'll get next one.
Oh my God. Hey.
Not him assuming he's going to be coming inside me, right,
hey,
girlie?
I said that's a pretty, like, because then you go like, well, if then she's got to buy one, then she's definitely gonna fuck me just to get that buy one get one Plan B pill.
The BOGO.
It's like a great way. Yeah, it's a great way to get laid again, because you're like, oh, I got a free Plan B pill coming my way.
Yeah, but like that's so dark. BOGO, Abobo. I was like, please just come and I have to get jizzed in so I can get this free Plan B.
Yeah, well, we gotta. It's like punching the card at the sub shop. You gotta get. I just want to get that free one at the end.
Ugh.
So how much did it cost? Do you remember the price?
I feel like the prices come down. I feel like the prices come down. I feel like when I bought it, it was closer to $60.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. When I bought, I feel like when I went splitsies on it, it was like $75, and at the time, that was a hefty. I was like, well, how much is an abortion?
It says it's $50 at pharmacies.
All right. Well, those are probably the good ones. Is it like dick pills? Can you get shitty Plan B?
I don't know. I didn't even know you could get shitty dick pills. What happens?
Well,
just soft as hell?
No, it's just that you don't really know what's quite in them.
Oh, it's like laced with like...
You don't know. It's just like no one knows really, and they're selling them over the counter, so you're like, what the hell is this ginseng? I don't know what the fuck's in this fucking thing. We talked about the rhinos at one point regarding those, but I'm saying like... Are
the rhinos good? What's your favorite dick pill?
I'll do a rhino.
I'll do a rhino.
I'll go for a rhino if you're in a pinch, you know what I mean?
I'll boof a rhino.
I had a Cialis. Someone gave me one of those, just a buddy. We were out, and he's like, oh, you want a Cialis? I got like, for whatever reason, he had them with him. And I'm like, sure, I'll take one of those, for fun, for shits and giggles. I took it home, and I put it in like a cigarette box, Mm-hmm. And I got to the end of the cigarettes, and I heard some rattling in there. I go, what the hell is this? I see a pill. I go, oh, boy. What the hell pill is this? And then I was kind of like, do I take it at noon and just see what's up, And I'm so glad I asked around. I just sent in my group thread, I just was like, with my buddies, I was like, I found a mystery pill in my... and my buddy goes, oh, that's the Cialis I gave you. I go, thank God you let me know, because I was about to just give her a whirl.
Just rock hard.
Tuesday at noon or whatever and see what was going on with it.
That's like when you described finding a mystery pill at the bottom of your cigarette thing.
Yeah.
The thing that I compared it to in my head was like, when they put prizes in cereal boxes.
Sure, that's what I
was like,
felt.
That's an adult version
yeah.
of the cereal box treat.
I remember in like old bathrooms, I'd be like, ooh. And I'd pick one up and I'd be like, oh, I don't know what the fuck. And you just kind of see, you're like, was that a Tylenol or was that a fucking something else? You know what I mean? Are we going to go for a little ride? Yeah, that was the olden days.
When I had a Xanax at the Golden Nugget, that's when I signed up for the timeshare.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. I put you on a
little journey.
Yeah, Mama walked out of Vegas with a timeshare.
I said,
after
why not?
I tried to help her fly home.
I said, why not trust this strange man at the Golden Nugget who wants to give me a luxury vacation?
Yeah, I'm not the strange man, for the record.
No.
It was the timeshare man that she
but also
gave her time and money to. I don't know.
It would be so funny if you were selling timeshares on the side.
After I gave Xanax, I'm like, by the way, I've got a timeshare for you. That's how I get people. They call me the Cosby of timeshares. When you want to reach for emergency contraceptives, CVS, which is near the university, can be out of stock, which can be nerve-wracking, tells one student. So reduced price of $25, wow, so it is cheaper, is really helpful to the students. George Washington University joins a growing number of other U.S. colleges with similar vending machines, including Boston University and Northeastern University. So the kids are fucking. Good for them.
We'd love to hear it.
Jizz right inside and go right downstairs. Beep, boop, beep. What a flex when you're at the vending machine in the morning. You're like, yeah, back again. FH, my favorite row. I'm going to clean out this whole fucking vending machine.
It's just like, imagine.
I would just go down there even if I didn't get a girl pregnant just to flex.
Flex on.
I'm just flossing on that vending machine. Yeah, you know. Tuesdays, right, dude? Shit. Oh,
That's
boy.
so funny.
Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Private Internet Access. And I got to tell you right now about one of the best VPNs out there. It's easily one of the most affordable ones I've seen. PIA, Private Internet Access. That's what it stands for. And boy, do they take privacy seriously. I mean, it's so easy to use. I am a literal moron when it comes to technology. I don't know when I became a boomer. It happened overnight. I used to be good at it. I'm bad at it now. And guess what? I figured this out pretty quick. It's so easy to use. I feel safe and secure knowing that PIA is protecting me from all sorts of online hackers who are well more advanced than I am when it comes to computer stuff. Private Internet Access hides your IP address and it encrypts your internet connection, so you're in control of your data, and you're actually in control of your location, too, which I found comes in pretty handy if you want to watch a Dodger game in the Southern California area. All you got to do is just connect to a VPN server. Private Internet Access offers fast servers in over 80 countries. I almost said 60 because I'm blind, but it's 80. That's how many countries, in fact, and also in every U.S. state. It's super easy, my friend. Right now, you can go to piavpn.com/Josh to get a whopping 82% off your VPN service. Plus, you get 4 months free with a 2-year plan. It comes out to around $2 a month, and you can't beat that. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee on top of it, my friend. So go again, piavpn.com/Josh, and get that 82% off your private internet access. piavpn.com/Josh. This story. Now, we have women in the room. Maybe they can help out with that. We're going to do that one next week, the one that just fell. It's
Bye.
gone forever. See ya. This here came in from Craigos. It said in an email, "Hi, Josh. This event took place in the island state called Tasmania." Now, I didn't know that was a real place. I just thought that's where the devil, the Tasmanian devil, lived.
Yes.
From Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Turns out, real country. Next thing you know, they're going to say Transylvania's a real place, too.
Transylvania and Tasmania.
Is Transylvania real?
Yes.
It is?
Not till I see it. not till I visit. It's not real. So evidently, Tasmania, a real place, turns out. And it sits at the bottom of Australia. So in that weird part of the world, you know, everyone's like, yeah. Yee. You may have heard of the term "show us your map of Tassie." I've never heard that, by the way, which refers to states' likeness to a 70s female bush. Okay, so evidently there's a saying in Tasmania that says, "Show us your map of Tassie."
No.
And it's a fucking vagina. I mean, can we get an idea of what the hell they're talking about? When they say this, do they...
This is insane, by
They
the
mean
way.
your bush? They mean like your... So Tasmania, they're saying, looks like a vagina on a map?
It looks like a bush, they're saying.
Okay, I guess you could say that about literally
Anything?
every state, if you really wanted to.
Depends. Yeah, it could be
Virginia looks like a bush.
Show me your
Ohio
map.
looks like a bush. Ohio looks like a bush. Virginia could be like a bush where it's a little manicured a little bit. Georgia's a fucking wet bush.
California's a landing strip.
California's a fucking... That's the entire crack of your ass. It goes all the way from the top straight through to the bottom. I mean, Tasmania looks like Ohio.
Can I tell you, I don't like the phrase at all.
All right.
Show me your Tassie. Like, what's happening here?
That's all that prisoner shit. I don't know what the hell they're doing down there. Anyway, here's a link to a story down here, which I thought you may like. These bogans are some proper nasty cunts. That must be some Tasmanian.
These Tasmanians are on another level, sweetie. That's where the Tasmanian devil came from.
Well, it's nice
Show
we've
me
got...
your Tassie.
It's fucking eating Tassie over there. Real scoundrel, that Tasmanian devil. I'm glad we got a listener down in Tasmania, though. Thanks for spread the word down there. You know, maybe I'll come do a show down there. That'd be pretty nice. I can come down there and make all these jokes to their face. Tasmania police are warning the public that anyone found possessing or distributing a certain video which depicts a couple performing live sex with a fish in Tasmania could face criminal charges.
Wait.
The video in question depicts a man and woman engaging in the sex act on a boat, with the man using a live trout to perform sex on the woman.
If somebody fucked me with a trout, I would never talk to them again. I would say, please get the fuck away from me.
Not the most elegant fish name to fuck a woman with. I would pick, something with a little bit of a nicer name.
A mackerel?
A sunfish, perhaps? I don't know.
Fuck me with that mackerel, daddy.
It is the smoothest of fish, though. You don't want those gills. I mean, if you pull, in and out kind of situation with the motion, the gills could get sharp. You know what I mean? You could cut yourself if you go the opposite direction on the gill of some fish, if I do recall. Haven't been fishing in quite a long time.
Just like, how does one... See, like, I'm not into putting weird things in my vagina.
Well, that was my question. It was because, you hear the old folk story of Led Zeppelin. Evidently, this happened in the hotel that's next to the Comedy Store, by the way. It's the famous mud shark incident, which is a weird thing. Like, it was a thing that you hear growing up as a fan of rock music. You're like, oh, Led Zeppelin fucked a girl with a mud shark.
I have never heard that. I'm fascinated.
But people would say it as if it was something like, isn't that sick? And you're like, what do you think? You're like, they put a fish. Why don't they just use their dicks? Why didn't they fuck her with their penises? They're using
they're Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. But people would say it like a braggy story. Now I hear it and it's like, well, that sounds like problematic.
An infection.
That
sounds like a fucking infection, sweetie. If I have a bad day, I can get an infection, let alone getting fucked with a mud shark. Are you kidding me?
So a video went around of it so far. That's what they're saying. And people are distributing it because they're like, holy shit, look at this lady. She's getting fucked by a trout. Of course I want to show my friends.
Is the trout dead or is the trout...
No, it's live. It says specifically in the article here, a live trout to perform the sex act. That's what they would say if they were billing it. They would be like, ladies and gentlemen, she is going to be fucked by a live trout. This fish is alive. The couple's behavior has been wildly condemned on social media, with many expressing disgust in their actions. In addition to the video involving the fish, police are also investigating another video that surfaced on social media showing the same couple engaging in sex activities on the grave of a renowned Australian artist.
That's honestly more interesting to me than...
That's more romantic.
That is more romantic. It's like, let me try to... Let's take on some of this dead person's energy.
The painter was known for his landscape work. It is David Hammond Chapman. Tasmania police have confirmed that they are aware both videos are of these two specific people. They have urged social media users to delete the footage. Yeah, that always works. And possessing or sharing it can be considered a crime. So possessing or sharing it, you can get a crime for that, which is, I believe, insane. You know what I mean?
That is insane. Also, imagine like you're the trout. You're going back to your school of trout. You're like, guess what I just did?
Yeah, there's like your buddy Barry's like, I got caught, and you're like, so did I. Did they put you in the woman's vagina? And he's like, no, I got thrown back. And he's like, well, you didn't have the trauma I had.
But what if the trout loves it?
The trout's like, I got to get more of that.
I got to get back into another pussy ASAP.
He's finding all the hooks. Why aren't they fucking me with it?
Yeah.
Now, some strange women.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Are there any, because do women just do, I've heard of women who are like, I put a bottle in there or whatever. It's like, are women putting weird shit up their vaginas?
Personally, no. Like, I've heard of women throwing cucumbers up there.
Right.
Or is that an urban legend? Also, I knew someone who fucked someone with, like, you know, those mini baseball bats? Like
Oh
those,
my God, of course I know what those are.
those
Yeah.
souvenir...
Hilarious.
Those souvenir bats?
Why? They're made of wood.
I don't know. Someone in high school got fucked by one of those, and I was like, "Damn, queen."
The whole, I mean, she didn't. She was she like, I took it to
I don't remember. I just remember it was one of those things that
choke up on that grip.
one girl I knew got fucked by a mini baseball bat.
I mean,
That makes more sense than the trout, to be honest.
yeah, but it's wood.
Do you remember that show, like 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yes.
Yes.
The one that vividly has always stuck out to me is a lady tried to fuck herself with a carrot and it killed her.
Oh my God. Is it because carrots have some sort of?
Because she was shaving the carrot. She shaved it to too much of a point on one side and somehow cut herself, I think was what came down to it.
Oh my God. That's...
All I know is like I'd never fuck a carrot because of that.
That feels fake, but I was on that TV show.
You were?
That feels like one of those urban legends.
You were on that TV show?
No, it was on that TV show, so it's got to.
Can I tell you?
Were they fake too?
Yeah, they're all fake.
Oh, Rob, you're like Santa Claus isn't real.
Can I tell you? When I first started doing acting stuff, I used to get auditions for 1,000
Oh,
Ways
boy.
to Die. Every week I'd be like, "This could be it. This could be my chance."
So you
I could have been
auditioned
the
for it?
girl fucking the carrot.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're like, okay, in this one, now you're playing a woman who is having sex with produce, and we're gonna need you to shave because she shaves it too sharply, and then it stabs her insides, and it internally you start bleeding.
Oh, I hate
And action.
I hate that so much.
Oh, I mean, so you've heard of fruits and that's got to be a wild one. The baseball bat, yeah. Kirsten, any strange other than the carrot?
No, I mean I think I'm pretty good about, keeping
Not
things that
you
are-
personally. I just meant like people you
other
know.
people. I was gonna say. No, I don't think so. I mean, I heard about like a girl one time who would like put Starburst up her pussy, and then her boyfriend would have to eat him out. But like that just sounds like a sticky mess.
Starburst.
That sounds like an infection.
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot woman.
Idiot woman. This is well timed.
I have done grapes where I put them in. This girl wanted frozen grapes, so I bought a what do they call them? A bushel.
A bunch?
You know, and threw them in the old freezer. And then, I mean, I like plucked a few out, and then I put them in, and then I go like, it was like, when you have a gun and you're running out of bullets, you're like, did I put 4 or 5 in there?
No.
Because you got to get them out.
No, you put. I do.
You know what I mean? You got to get them out of there.
I do not like it.
So then there was one. I go, okay, there's one left in there, and they're frozen until they get down in there, and then they thaw out real quick. It's just a grape, and it's hot in there. And
It's a raisin.
Yeah, now it's so. I mean, there was one where I'm like, I don't know if I can get this one out. I kept saying, I'm like, can you work with me a little bit here? And I got nervous, because also you don't want to
finger.
punch.
You're like, yeah, I was a little nervous. Like, he's got 2 fingers.
Well, you don't.
Very visceral.
You don't want to puncture you don't want to ruin the integrity of the grape either, because now you're making vagina wine. You know what I mean?
Not pussy wine.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. So yeah, that was about as crazy as I've gone, and it wasn't even my vagina.
I feel like a frozen grape as a butt plug might be better.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
I'm not into butt plugs.
same
scare
line of
me.
thinking. Probably it was probably I should have. I mean, ideally the grapes would have been like on a string or something, and then I could have been like, "Gug." But I mean,
No.
when they're all loosey goosey in there, and you got to get in there, and you're like, all right, it's like a fruit salad all of a sudden. You gotta.
Oh my
Gets
god.
tough. But yeah, a butt plug would be good too. But I don't know that it has the integrity of being able to. A butt plug needs to have a hardier.
Oh yes.
It needs to have a hardier core. I think.
so you can pull it out.
Yeah, because I think the second you put a grape up there, it's gonna be like. Then you're getting butt wine.
Butt wine is so gross.
Butt wine.
Butt wine. It's an aged butt wine.
That's from 93.
I'm getting notes.
I mean, is that
shit.
something she suggested before? Like,
The girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I went grocery shopping prior to the hanging out.
It was the only thing in his fridge, probably.
It was for a while. My roommate at the time was like, "What? Are those your grapes in the freezer?" I go, "Yeah, it's for a drink or something.
making a
I'm
charcuterie board.
making a cocktail situation, using them as ice cubes." Anyhow,
That is such a weird request.
it was fun. You know,
I don't want to kink shame, but what the fuck?
it was something to do. I washed them.
It was something to do. That's one way of describing it.
It made it a little, yeah.
It was something to do.
These fish people though, they're getting in trouble for fucking on that grave. I think that's romantic. To fuck on like an artist's grave that maybe has inspired you or something.
Yeah,
like whose grave? I mean, like whose grave would you want to fuck on?
Kurt Cobain.
I was just gonna say Kurt Cobain. Oh my god, we gotta go have sex on Kurt
Cobain's grave. That's so weird. Where is Kurt
I can't believe you
Cobain's
just said
grave?
that. It's in Aberdeen, Washington.
Dude.
Watch me get it right. I think I'm right. It's not gonna just be in Seattle. They're not hacks.
All right, so first it's Kurt Cobain. Then if I needed a backup, I'm going with the fuck's the guy's name from The Doors?
Oh, Morrison, that's hack.
Is it Jim Morrison's grave? He's got enough pussy.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I bet he encourages that. Where is it?
His body's cremated.
Oh, he was cremated.
Oh,
But there is a memorial to him in Aberdeen.
Yeah, he was born there, so
Okay.
I would assume. I'm trying to... Glenn Campbell's grave I'd want to have sex on.
Glenn Campbell.
Yeah.
Was he in the Eagles?
No. I mean...
Who's Glenn Campbell?
Was Glenn Campbell? He was
Is he a
in the Beach
country-
Boys for like 2 seconds. He's in everything. He's a pop icon. He's... right... Yeah, there he is. Handsome as ever. He had TV shows. He was in the Beach Boys. He was in... on every fucking album you can name playing guitar.
You know whose grave would be kind of fun to fuck on?
What?
Anna Nicole Smith.
Ooh.
That's so weird.
I mean,
right?
I don't know why, but that'd be fun. Sure.
Right? Why does that sound fun?
That's not one where it's like Morrison where I go like, nah. Hack. What's that say? Oh, you're just looking up everyone's graves. I'm sorry. I get distracted.
I am too, because I'm getting deep into this idea now.
I've gone often when comics would come to Buffalo, they'd want to go see Rick James's grave. And he has like a great big headstone, and it's very done up. And there's always flowers and shit there. So I'd imagine Rick James would encourage. I would like to do, I've never done this, I'd like to do blow off of Rick James's gravestone. And I bet you a lot of people have over the years. There's a picture of me somewhere where I'm standing next to that in the snow.
Bumps with Rick.
Bumps with Rick. Yeah, that would be something to do. Today's Josh Potter Show is also brought to us by Factor. Save time and have the energy you need to tackle everything on your to-do list with Factor's ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Factor shops, preps, cooks, all that stuff that you don't want to do. Factor's going to take care of it for you, and they're going to actually deliver it right to your door so you can enjoy chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals minus the hassle. I mean, I don't want to cook. I got to do a little bit of cleaning, I guess, at the end of it, but if 1 out of the 4, I mean, talk about shopping, prepping, cooking. I don't want to do any of those. The delivery's there too. Boom. It's so easy. It helps you actually be healthy and lazy at the same time, which is something that I look for in everyday life. With calorie smart and keto options, Factor meals are perfectly portioned to keep you on track with your goals too, if you've got any dietary goals. With over 34 meals per week and over 3 dozen add-on options, each Factor meal arrives pre-prepared by the team of chefs. It's ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. So right now, head over to factormeals.com/Josh, let's get the promo code correct. Go to right now to factormeals.com/Potter50 and use code Potter50, and you're going to get 60% off your first box. That's right. All you got to do is use code Potter50 at factormeals.com/Potter50. Boom. You're going to get 60% off your first box. Well, speaking of sex and stuff like that, this is a story of sex and scandal that eventually led to
murder.
A swinging pastor was shot dead after his wife grew sick of their extreme sex life, having threesomes with strangers. These open marriages where one side's on board and the other not so much, they really don't turn out well in any sort of scenario. Did you hear about those Tennessee cops? We've been talking about them the last couple of weeks. The Tennessee cops where this woman was a police officer and she was blowing everyone in the canine unit. She was just blowing, except the dogs, thankfully. And she was in an open marriage with her husband, but her husband, according to the investigation, wasn't into it. So it's like he's just this poor cuck who has to sit there and be like, she's like, I'm fucking Jeff today. Is this the girl? Mm-hmm. Is this the girl from this story or from the previous? Megan Hall?
I'm just pulling up the Megan Hall.
Yeah. Now she's like a celebrity. I mean,
she looks so pure. Like she wouldn't fuck the whole entire...
You know, I had this conversation with a lady recently. These boring girls, oftentimes the biggest freaks. The ones where you look at them and you're like, what a snooze. Freak a leak. I'm telling you.
Because they don't want you to forget them.
I don't know, maybe.
Whoa, dude.
But yeah, she was just everybody in the fucking department. And it reminded, this story that Justin M sent in to joshpottershow@gmail.com reminded me of that because it's, again, a open marriage of sorts. This one involving a pastor. Now, those pastors, fuck. I mean, it's the whole thing. If I wasn't doing comedy, we were talking about how I wanted to be a lawyer or something, just where I talked in front of a bunch of people. A pastor, that's got to be invigorating. Now people think they talk to God through you. I'd be fingering everybody in that fucking.
Yeah, let me heal you.
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay.
I'd be like, well, come on over for some prayer study, and we'll see how that works. And then I'd be like, we have to get the devil out of you, and then I'd be putting grapes up in there, I'd be making wine in there. I'd be like, hey, have communion.
Oh my God.
So the swinging pastor was shot dead. It was on March 22nd. Khalil Square shot Pastor David Evans to death upon the order of the churchman's wife, Christy Evans. So she hired a gentleman to come along, shoot my husband. Yeah. I see why this guy was stepping out. Good God.
Jesus Christ. I mean, and he's kind of to be honest, I'm not really into pastors like that. Maybe I am. What if I have a pastor kink and he's
that's
not
him?
Bad looking next to her.
I mean,
the necklace.
She sure makes him look like $100.
The pastor's wearing is doing.
Hold on, we got to see who. Oh, this is the guy who he's like, I'm gonna hire a black man to shoot my husband.
My swinger husband.
They'll never suspect it's me. I've hired a black man.
It's so bad.
To take care of it. Make it look like you're taking his wallet or something, something real, something they'll never suspect. The priest had preached about leading a virtuous life to achieve salvation at the Harmony Free Will Baptist Church in Ada, Oklahoma, here in the United States. But away from the church, he lived a very different life in which he and his wife participated in the swinging community, where they engaged in group sex. Those two people do look like the swingers. You'd be like, hey, babe, you want to be a swinger? And she's like, ooh, that's kinky. I like that idea. And then you go to the swinger commune, and it's these two.
And then
they're like, come on, throw the keys in the bowl. You're like, I don't want to. I'll just stay with my wife, please. Thank you.
No, that's...
honey, I've never wanted to be more monogamous in my entire life. You see these two fucking mutants. It's a whole cabin full of these fucking freaks. Oh my God,
look at them in that photo. I've heard that the pineapple is a symbol for swingers.
Yeah, it sure is.
It is?
Yeah, it's the upside down pineapple, actually. That's how you know, ooh, we're mixing it up tonight or whatever. That's what they say.
What do you mean? You go over to someone's house for dinner, there's a pineapple upside down, you're like,
well, you go to
pineapple upside down cake.
You go to these communities, and on the door, evidently, they have the pineapple. So if the pineapple is sitting upright, it's like, we're fucking each other tonight. And if it's upside down, as if when the United States flag's upside down, it's like the country's in distress. When the pineapple goes upside down, same thing. It's like, we are fucking other people because we are insecure in our marriage. What
plays well with the merch, the upside down pineapple swinger merch is insane. Where the party at, and then an upside down pineapple
on the pineapple emoji. If you hold it down, you know how it usually gives other options, like if you want to put a tilde on an N. If you do the pineapple emoji, do they got an upside down one that I don't know about? Because I mean, we got to get the emoji game going.
We gotta get
everything needs an emoji.
The swingers need their own emoji.
So this lady hired the black man to shoot the husband here, and the following week... Oh, so here, this is what really occurred here. So he's living this life, fucking other people. Group sex, if you will. This man having group sex is just like... I think it's such a travesty. I've never gotten to engage in group sex. I always feel like I'm going to get left out like it's dodgeball.
That's what I'm afraid of, too.
You're going to be fine. I'm sure they're going to be... I'm sure they'll be including you in every which way, shape, or form. You're going to have too much. You're going to be like... I'm starting this whole game. You're going to be like LeBron. You're going to have too many minutes. You're going to be exhausted by the end of it.
I need time out.
Yeah. They're going to need to put the 6 man in. That's when they call me. They're like, Josh, Sarah's, all the holes are just, they need some extra holes. Get in there.
I'm benched.
They gotta
drinking Gatorade and having oranges.
The coach is trying to be like, how long are you going to need? We got to get you back out there. I'm going to be the guy where they bring in for like a play and then they're going to like, all right, get him out. So but the fact that this man is like conducting group sex, it's always some fucking troll like this that's doing it. According to the Mirror, the victim loved having threesomes with his wife and other men. Oh, didn't see that twist coming.
No, but pastor.
Now it all makes sense. Yeah. Oh, it's not gay if my wife's there.
Oh.
I can suck a dick as long as my wife's naked next to me. It's straight.
Can I tell you that just seeing him with his wife makes me think he's gay? Because she looks like a straight up man.
Well,
right?
Not man enough, evidently. Still not man enough. She didn't have a certain thing. But, in some circles, they might say that can make you a man. Amid one of these sexual encounters in January of 2021, the pair met Square 27. I don't know what that means. They met a person named Square. The following week, the trio met at a motel for another venturesome experience. However, this time, so Square is a person's name. Mm-hmm. Evans gave Square her number, which started an affair. And when the pastor traveled to Mexico on a church mission, his wife welcomed her new lover into the family home. So she's getting extra dick. This isn't the man. That's Square. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So Square not only murdered the guy, but he was the third guy? Mm-hmm. Oh, my Lord.
That just set a chill up my spine, to be honest.
This guy is getting his dick sucked by that. I mean, this is just my neck is twisted on this. I mean, I did not expect this to be the case.
This guy makes the other two look like he looks like a model next to the other two.
No, of course. I mean, he's guy.
He's the hottest. He's like, of course they want him involved.
Which one do you think he was into? The lady?
The man.
Or the dude? But he can't, in certain communities,
right?
But in certain communities, they can't really, again, it's not gay if a chick's there. Where my penis fall into a mouth? Okay.
I do feel like people have, pastor priest kinks. Like, the thought of, a nun having sex is interesting.
Yeah, but pastor is, not a priest. It's not, that hardcore. There's some, bondagey thing with nuns and priests and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's, crosses and fucking altars.
Yeah.
And, shit like that. Whereas this guy's just welcome to my congregation. It's fucking in a banquet hall of some sort, It's one of those mega churches.
And we'll have donuts afterward for the meet and greet.
And yeah, it's let's all thank Kathy for her blessed potato salad.
Yeah, that is.
All that horse shit.
You doing a pastor is pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
If all else fails.
Anything where I have to talk in front of people, I can deliver some bullshit about God or whatever. During this time, back when they met up in Mexico here, Evans claimed her husband was mentally and physically abusive. Thus, when he arrived back in the country, it didn't take long for Square to act. Within 5 days of his return flight, the young man ended the priest's life with a fatal bullet to the forehead. Good God. Following the incident, Evans contacted the emergency services saying, "Someone shot my husband. He's in a pool of blood, and I heard a loud pop." That's like that Cable Guy scene where she's probably like, "I think it was a black man." If I were you, I'd be on the lookout for a black man.
Oh my God, dude.
He was talking like a black man. Police questioned her about the incident, but despite uncovering the couple's rampant sex life, they couldn't prove any wrongdoing. However, overcome by guilt, the mother of 3 confessed her involvement in the crime. They have children. She claimed that she wanted him dead as he had forced her into sex with other men. During her husband's trip to Mexico, she informed her accomplice that she would leave a gun and bullets outside their home with the door unlocked. Following trials, both Square and Evans were found guilty. Square will be eligible for parole in his 60s, while Evans will have to wait 45 years for the opportunity to leave prison. That woman is not living another 45 years, I'm
No.
afraid.
The last 45 years have been harsh to her.
What if she's like 23?
That would be crazy.
Oh boy, that is something or other right there. And I kept the sports for the second half of the show here because, you know, I didn't want to bore people. I am nerding out. I mean, the Super Bowl is approaching, and we have our teams set: the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I gotta tell you, I'm just kind of bored this year. I don't know if it's because the Bills lost or what, but I'm just like, my heart's not in it. You know?
Yeah. Now that the Bills lost, you're not doing well, huh?
Yeah, I was down. I mean, I'm doing well. 2023 has been a good year, but
Okay.
and it's
We're a month in.
By the way, thank God, because if it hasn't been a good month, it would have been just devastating to have lost the Bills.
Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
Okay, so the Chiefs and do you do anything on the Super Bowl? By the way, are you gonna do you even care
No.
that it
I
exists?
watched
But
the
do you go to the
Puppy Bowl.
parties?
I watched the Puppy
Do you
Bowl.
watch it for real?
I drop in.
I drop in. It's on.
If there's dips, I'm there.
If-
I'm stoned.
hey.
I'm hitting the dips, sweetie. That's about it. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything
Because it is the
football
one
related.
time of year where people who do not care about football in the least, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like an Italian person celebrating St. Patrick's Day. It's just like, well, it's the 17th of March. I'll have a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Super Bowl. I feel like it's an American holiday.
Yeah, I'll have some queso.
Ooh, look at you.
If that's the one time a year I'd have queso.
Well-
Super Bowl Sunday, sweetie.
Well, in the Super Bowl this year, as I mentioned, Philadelphia Eagles, one of the most notorious fan bases on the face of the planet. And they get a bad rap, every now and then people are like, they shit on them for being trashy. They, at one point they threw batteries at Santa Claus. That's not, that's in the past. We've all moved
Wait,
beyond
I'm
it.
sorry. This is my first hearing about this. What?
Yeah, it was a game that I believe the story goes, it was a game that wasn't going so well, and Santa Claus was in the crowd or on the sideline, and people were throwing snowballs, but in the snowballs, they packed batteries. That's the old legend.
Did Santa make it out okay?
He's alive. He's still delivering presents every Christmas.
Okay.
He's made it. He's still going to the malls. But yes, he is fine. But go back to that video, please, if you will. So I thought this is this is kind of hearkening back to some old Eagles fans here. A little kid. Let's see what this little kid does here. Oh, he wants to give a high five to the 49ers fan. Oh, and then he flips him off. How fucking cute is that?
That's so cute.
If that was my boy, I'd go, you're getting a fucking toy. Let's go. Let's go to the toy store.
That was really cute.
I love you, my little boy. But elsewhere, and I didn't put this on the prep sheet, but if you go to my Twitter account, it is the last tweet I made. There is something weird going on. It is exciting for the city of Philadelphia that the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, but in New York City, the Empire State Building, for whatever reason, was lit up green. And they said, congratulations, Eagles, for going to the Super Bowl. I'm not from New York. I'm from the state of New York, but I'm not from New York, so I have no real pride or sort of lineage to the city of New York. But this is a tough look for New Yorkers. I mean, to have the Eagles thing on the Empire State Building, and if you read my caption on it there, I did say it not since Osama has the New York skyline seen such a dark day.
That is so funny.
And there it is. And you know what? They're really leaning into this because I noticed after the AFC Championship game, hours later, they switched it to red for the Chiefs. And it's like, well, what are we doing here, Empire State Building? Like, you are the Empire State Building. If you want to just show off your fucking lights, you don't need an excuse like this to do it. You could come up with other things, red for, gay cats, whatever the fuck. I mean, there's plenty of shit out there.
Red for gay cats.
Whatever it is, I don't know. You know how like they're like, oh, I'm wearing my purple ribbon for fucking breast cancer.
Can I tell you something on the subject of gay cats?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't planning on getting into this, but it just
sparked
reminded
something in Mama's brain. Gay cats.
Okay, so my landlord's mom is visiting. I hope she doesn't see this, but inside.
What a weird. By the way,
transition.
No, my landlord's mom seeing this. I hope she doesn't see this. Is visiting. I hope she doesn't see this. Is she like staying at your house?
She's staying in the dome that's next to my guest house.
Oh my god!
And to make it, and already I'm like, okay, I'm sharing space now, right? Besides,
she's staying in that little dome by herself.
She's staying in the dome,
your bathroom?
But no.
Oh, okay.
But can I tell you I'm getting to a point here. She brought her cat. Her HIV positive cat is in that dome. Well, and I will never go back into that dome again, sweetie. I don't know. I'm just like, I wish I didn't know that the cat had full-blown AIDS.
Cat AIDS is different than regular AIDS, from what I understand.
It's giving me bad
Feline
vibes.
AIDS is a thing. And
how would you adopt a cat with AIDS?
But here's the thing. Don't be closed-minded. You can't contract
I Googled it.
AIDS unless you get it's, you know what I mean? I mean, we have to educate ourselves on AIDS. You can't get AIDS from kissing. That was saying, in the 80s, a big campaign in the 80s.
An AIDS-riddled cat in the dome next to me?
Well, I mean, as long as you're not drinking its blood or rubbing your cuts with each other, I think you'll be all right.
I don't even like cats to begin with.
I think I thought you would have cat energy.
Oh, I'm not only am I offended, I like dogs.
Yeah, I know you like dogs, but don't you also like cats? Can't you?
No.
I'm sick of this whole cats or dogs thing. It's not, these aren't genders. I mean, I don't have to be fucking hetero-normed out of liking one or the other. I guess I'm bi when it comes to cats and dogs. I like them both.
See, it depends on the cat. It really depends on the cat. There's something about the fact that they're shitting and pissing in a litter box I have to get involved with.
Don't like that. I'll say that.
Smells
Clean up
weird.
your own litter box. Use the toilet.
Smells weird.
Yeah, cats smell. So do dogs.
But the love of the
by the way, your counterpart, Kim Congdon, was sitting in that very chair, and she actually had some very terrible things to say about dogs. I'm just saying. So now we're getting the opposite.
Yeah, I'm a dog person. And you know what? It's the one thing in our friendship that makes me question. Why am I friends with this cunt? She's out here talking shit about dogs?
This bitch is going to blow up and take off, and it's all going to come to a halt because one day there's an argument about dogs.
Yeah. Yes.
But I don't think you have anything to fear from that cat.
About the feline cat?
I don't know. I've never owned a cat, but like I have this weird, like I see them now and I'm like, oh, the kitty. And I think they're cool. But like nothing breaks my heart more than every day when I walk out of my apartment to go like smoke a cigarette and I'm like, ooh, a kitty. And it's like, it just leaves. I'm like, oh, it hates me.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling.
I just feel like cats don't like many things.
I mean, I always was like, cats are girls, dogs are boys.
I could see that.
And I like them both.
He's bi.
He's bi.
Our bi king.
Oh, I forgot what I was about to do here.
Okay.
Because we are talking about the sports and the Super Bowl. Next up. Oh, this isn't about sports. This is, well, I guess unless you're talking about race car driving. I don't know why I put this one in this stack over here. But I wanted to bring this up because we know this gentleman, Jay Leno.
Oh.
Have you worked with him recently?
No.
I didn't, not recently. I guess it was within the last year. But Jay Leno, you see, he had that accident where he like burned his face.
Right.
Do you recall this?
Yes.
Oil fire or something like that. And then he was like, I'm going back on stage. He went back on stage in like 2 weeks. Well, something else just happened. He's on the mend again. This is according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Back on Thursday, the comedian 72 revealed that he is recovering from a motorcycle accident that left him with several broken bones.
What the fuck is he doing on a motorcycle? Get inside, Jay. Get to a spa, Jay. What the fuck are you doing, Jay Leno? You don't have a need for speed deep into your 70s.
I mean,
go jack off. Do something else.
He's already got the cars. Enough's enough.
Enough's enough, Jay.
We want you around, Jay. All right,
Thanks.
stop tinkering with shit and just, you know.
You're no evil Knievel, Jay Leno. You're 72 years old.
I mean, it is wild that he's like, I just like changing the oil, and then he just goes out to his like 70 cars, and like every day he gets to change the oil on one because it's like I own enough cars where I have to change the oil every calendar day for every car. So he's out there like, yeah, and then his face burns off, and then he's like, I'm just gonna ride my motorcycle, and then he fucking breaks a bunch of bones.
Once your face burns off, you say, I'm done with the motorcycles.
Especially when they're within 2 weeks or 2 months of each other. It's like, hey, I'm going to chill out a little bit. You know, we're getting a little out of pocket here.
He broke his collarbone, ribs, and kneecaps. That's a lot of things to your kneecaps, your ribs, your collarbone.
One of those would give me a shitty couple of months. I'll tell you that right now. Let alone the combination of all of them.
I broke my kneecaps.
He says he was detailing my kneecaps. Fuck.
What the fuck?
Detailing that he got knocked off my motorcycle. He's got a broken collarbone, 2 broken ribs, 2 cracked kneecaps, as you mentioned. But I'm okay, said the star, who is returning to Las Vegas in March. He's already going back to Vegas in March. I'm okay. I'm working this weekend. How is he going to do stand-up with no kneecaps?
Dude, he's going to be doing stand-up on a stretcher.
A representative for Leno did not immediately respond to People's Magazine's request for a comment. According to Leno, he was on the road testing a vintage 1940 Indian motorcycle when he noticed the scent of leaking gas and decided to pull over to investigate. So I turned down a side street and I cut through a parking lot, and unbeknownst to me, some guy had a wire strung across the parking lot with no flag hanging. So there was a wire across the parking lot, and he did like a cartoon where he's like over the wire. Which is crazy.
It's also crazy that he's just doing these types of activities at 72 years old.
Jay Leno fell for like a Looney Tunes fucking trap here. It's like a wire across the thing. Was this Indiana Jones? The former Tonight Show host told the outlet he didn't make his accident public knowledge at first because there was so much chaos and coverage from his last accident.
Yeah.
After getting burned up, you get that one for free. After that, you're Harrison Ford. You're crashing airplanes. You just want to keep your head down. I mean, golly. He just was embarrassed. That's what he's saying there. He was embarrassed that he's in another accident because he's got yokels like me coming on here being like, chill out, Jay.
Sit down.
Take a seat.
Take a nap.
Back in November, Leno and his longtime friend, Dave Kalaki, were working on a clogged fuel line in the undercarriage of a 1907 white steam car. I mean, you don't have people that can do that for you, Jay. You can't just hire some poor Mexican guy to clean the fucking clogged fuel line.
Yeah, save your face, save your kneecaps. Stop.
It was at the TV host's 100. I had to put the glasses on to read this properly. 140,000 square foot Burbank garage is where he sustained severe second-degree burns all over his face and upper body. Within minutes, paramedics arrived, and after the next day, Leno had checked into the Grossman Center, where he was treated for burns across his face, neck, chest, hands, arms, left arm, blah-blah-blah. We all knew that already. But golly, I don't want to lose you, Jay. You're a nice guy.
Enough's enough, Jay.
Yeah. Maybe we turn it down. Maybe less motorcycles, more rascal scooters. I don't know. Something.
More tea.
We're
Jay.
72, Jay. We're 72. Oh, boy. Did I have any more sports stories here? Or was that it for the sports? Because I can just go back into these articles here if that's the case. What was this? Oh, this was right here. Okay, yes. So the other team in the Super Bowl, Cincinnati Bengals, lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. And before this game happened in the AFC Championship, the Cincinnati mayor was talking a lot of shit about Kansas City.
Okay.
And he made a big statement. Do we have the video? Can we watch the video of the mayor?
Oh, shit. City of Cincinnati getting caught.
Good afternoon, Cincinnati. I have a proclamation from the desk of the mayor. Be it proclaimed, whereas the Cincinnati Bengals are headed to Burrowhead Stadium for their second consecutive AFC Championship
So
game.
pause it for a second.
Whereas
Already, dorky tone, first of all.
The dorkiest mayor I've truly ever seen.
And he, so the stadium in which Kansas City plays is called Arrowhead Stadium. So I already gave a quick pun where he called it Burrowhead Stadium because Joe Burrow is the quarterback of the Bengals. So he's like, Joe Burrow owns your stadium. So he's already said that one. And so it's already cringy in this regard. Go back a couple of seconds and keep it going. And by the way, if I'm the mayor and I'm about to do this dumb bullshit, I'm not reading it off of a thing. I'm trying to memorize it, get it hyped up. I hear the mayor proclaim Burrowhead State. Shut up. If this was the mayor of Buffalo, Byron Brown, I might advocate for assassination. I would be like very upset. But that's if it was in Buffalo.
For me, the ties.
It's in Cincinnati, so I'm not advocating for that at all.
For me, the tie's reason enough for us.
Well, it's the Bengals colors. You know.
Oh yeah, don't like it.
Don't like it. The tie.
That's enough for assassination for me, sweetie. Sports or no sports, what's happening?
Bengals are headed to Burrowhead Stadium for their second consecutive AFC Championship game. Whereas at last year's game, the Bengals scored more points than the Chiefs, resulting in a Bengals victory and a Chiefs loss. Whereas Joseph Lee Burrow, who's 3-0 against Mahomes, has been asked by officials to take a paternity test confirming whether or not he's his father. Whereas all season long, Cincinnati has been on a path of destiny.
Did we catch that for the record? Pause it. It is. He goes, and there has been a request for a paternity test.
What?
Because, Joe Burrow has beaten Patrick Mahomes enough times where it's like, it's your daddy. That's your daddy. That's the joke he's making.
Oh, it's a joke.
Right.
I thought, okay, one thing about mayors, they should not be making jokes.
That's the problem, really. And even for somebody who understands these references and these jokes, you're kind of watching it like, this is the mayor?
It's not landing. The jokes are not landing, Mr. Mayor.
It's like, who put their kid in a suit and was like, the mayor, that's like what this would do. And by the way, whoever wrote this for this poor guy, if I'm this guy.
He wrote it himself.
You gotta hope. Because if I'm him and someone wrote this for me, my speech guy, my campaign guy, whatever the case may be, if somebody wrote this for me and I delivered it and got raked over the coals like this guy is on the internet, I would be beside myself. That guy would be fired. Fired to hell.
Something about a mayor makes me feel like he thinks, because like the confidence, the narcissism to think that you could be the mayor. I also think that means you think you can write your own speeches. You think you're funny. You think you're charismatic. You're the mayor.
Yeah, and he stumbled over a few words, and this thing came out prior to the game, and everyone was like, Kansas City's going to win by 1 trillion points. And they didn't win by 1 trillion, but they did win the game. So Travis Kelce, tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs, at the end of the game, shat all over this mayor and told him he just basically quoted The Rock. He said, know your role and shut your mouth. And I was like, well, his role is the mayor of the city. So, I mean, he's allowed to speak on things. But, yeah, just is there anything else he says here? Play the rest of it.
Overcome anyone who stands between them and a Super Bowl win. And whereas Kansas City is named after its neighboring state, which is, just kind of weird. Now, therefore, I, Patrick Hall, Mayor of the City of Cincinnati, do hereby proclaim January 29th,
that sounded like an alt comic wrote that last
as
night.
they gotta play
Which is
kind of
weird. That's the punchline of the joke.
Thank you.
And by the way, Cincinnati and Kentucky are like brother sister. You know what I mean? They're like they're like, is Cincinnati part of Kentucky? Like, you can't do that and be Cincinnati. I'm not shitting on this. I love Cincinnati as a city, but I'm just saying that guy is a
loser.
A little bit out there. Yeah,
he's
a loser.
A loser with a capital L, Josh. That's all I have to say about that.
So, Sarah, tell us, who is your pick for the Super Bowl, Kansas City or Philadelphia? What do you think based off of the...
Philadelphia, I like cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Now, that is not something I would have associated with Philadelphia. That is the name brand. Is it, in fact, from Philadelphia? I mean, Philadelphia cream... I like cream cheese. As if they invented it. I didn't... Is that a thing? I don't know. The cheese steak I've heard, but the cream cheese. Can we get a verification on that as we wrap up this episode of the Josh Potter Show? I need to know the story
Fuck, it was invented in New York.
Well, yeah, I would have thought with bagels and whatnot, but Philadelphia cream cheese is a specific brand.
Kraft Heinz Company gave it the name in 1880 as part of a marketing strategy to associate the product with the high-quality food and dairy farming for which the Philadelphia area was known at the time.
Are you happy now?
I'm pissed.
Now what do you say about your Super Bowl bet now that your entire world is
I'm
shattered
sorry,
in
did
regards to
I
Philadelphia?
choose the team that you're not rooting for? Who do you
Oh,
want?
no, I have no dog in this fight. I guess I'm rooting for the Eagles because I do, aside from one woman in the Philadelphia Flyers, enjoy the city of Philadelphia quite a bit. But
That one bitch.
other than her and that dumb hockey team, I do appreciate the city a great deal. And I am rooting for them to win. Kansas City has just ruled the AFC with an iron fist, and I can't root for an AFC team really to win at the end of the day. Plus, Mahomes has done what he's done. Let's let some new blood win.
When's the Super Bowl? This weekend?
No, it's on February 12th, right before Valentine's Day.
Shit.
Yeah, get all the Super Bowl out of the way, and then all the fellas can concentrate on Valentine's Day. So get ready. So you're going to stick with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm making my bet based on your decision, so...
Philadelphia.
All right. I'm rolling with it. That was actually... I'm happy.
I said it with conviction that time.
I didn't want to have to put money on Kansas City after Sarah made the bet for me. But do tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at Princess Shank on Instagram and Twitter. You can find my show dates there. You can find me on patreon.com/Sara Weinshenk for bonus footage, behind the scenes footage, podcast. You get This Bitch podcast a week early if you subscribe to the Patreon. And that's it.
That's it,
Oh, wait,
folks.
sorry. My podcast Shank, too.
And her
Shank.
podcast,
This Bitch
Shank.
and Shank.
Make sure you check out all the podcasts. I've been on a couple of them myself and always have a good time.
So
also, rest in peace, Bobby Hull. Now, that's a controversial statement I made because Bobby Hull, kind of a scumbag, but a really good hockey player. And now the war on Twitter is about whether or not you're allowed to say rest in peace, Bobby Hull.
What was
And then some
this?
people are like, well, he accomplished a lot in hockey. That's why I say rest in peace, Bobby Hull. But he also, allegedly used to beat up 2 of his 3 wives.
I feel like that's a pretty common story for these athletes.
No,
Like,
not really. His ex-wife
It's not?
Joanne said that Hull beat her with a steel-heeled shoe on a trip to Hawaii. And also
Whoa.
there was one time where he expressed Nazi sympathizing views to a Moscow newspaper. But then he
Yeah.
said he never said that. So, I don't know. I say you can both appreciate what the man did as a hockey player and also kind of think he's a scumbag. It's the people that are saying rest in peace, Bobby Hull, that have no idea what he did as a hockey player that are really the enemies. Just the Nazis.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
That's who we should aim our ire at. The people who just go, hey, love what he said about the Nazis. Rest in peace, Bobby Hull. I will be in Chandler, Arizona, May 5th and 6th. Those tickets are on sale. It's so far away, but I'm bringing it up because the tickets went on sale.
And that club is Snow White themed.
Is it really?
Yes, I think that's a fun fact that people should know because Mic Drop kills it with their themes.
Yeah, Alice in Wonderland is in San Diego. I know that.
And it's Snow
So
White.
I'm excited to see Snow White and how that all plays out. So come see Snow White. Come see me. It'll be a good time. May 5th and 6th, you can find those tickets up on my Instagram, which is at Josh_Potter. My Twitter is at J_Potter. And aside from that, friends, pleased to be continuing to subscribe to this podcast on YouTube if you haven't done so already. If you just listen on the audio, I appreciate you a great deal. You're my bread and butter. Continue to leave reviews, do the 5 stars, that whole shebang on whatever it is that you listen on. And again, if you are a listener, hop over to the YouTube, see what that's got going on, and subscribe, rate, review, comment. I love you all very much. Thank you for being my little roaches, and we will see you next time right here on the Josh Potter Show.
The inner city blacks.
So funny.